Good day, Grade 2. Welcome to our discussion in English 2. Our story is Tony Learns Politeness, and our topic is the elements of a short story and article a and an. So after this discussion, you are expected to explain the use of a and an, use a and an in the sentence, and identify the elements of a story. So before we proceed, I have here a picture. What can you see in this picture? So we have here a boy and girl talking. So in this picture, this is related to our story, which is Tony Learns Politeness. So I want you to listen and watch this video carefully.
The school cafeteria was a crowded place during lunch. Students of all levels took their break all at the same time. To avoid being late for the next class, most of them ate in a hurry. Tony, a third grader, was one of these students. He did not like falling in line at the food counter. He was impatient and impolite. One eventful day, however, he finally learned his lesson. "I want pork chops, rice, and orange juice," he said as he reached the cashier. "Make it fast, I don't want to be late for math." The serving woman frowned at him, but immediately did what she was told. She did not smile when she pushed Tuna's food tray back to him. Next to Tony was his friend Brent. Brent was Tony's opposite, pleasant and kind. He would smile as he faced the serving woman. "May I please have pancit and pineapple juice?" "Thank you very much," Brent said. She smiled and said, "You're welcome, Brent." Tony and Brent always sat at the far end of the canteen. To get there, they had to pass through a lot of people. Since the place was full, they did not notice that the floor was slippery. Tony's lips and his food tray fell on the floor. Just then, the janitor came near them. "Hey, janitor, clean this mess up." Tony pointed to the food that fell on the floor. The janitor was not happy with Tony's behavior. Thankfully, Fred was there. "Excuse me, sir," he began. "We're sorry to trouble you, but could you please help us clean this up?" "Of course," the janitor answered with a smile. When they went back to their classroom, Tony thought of what happened earlier. He did not know why people treat him and his friend differently. "Why did the woman smile at you? Why did the janitor help you and not me?" Tony asked. "Because you were rude to them. If you said it nicely, maybe things would be different." Saying things nicely is showing respect. If people know that you respect them, they would do the same for you. Brent told him. Maybe you were right, Brent. I should be more respectful. Tony smiled. Brent smiled back as well. As he learned his lesson, it did not look like they were different from each other after all. And that is the end of our story for today. I hope you learned a lot.
So now, let's proceed to our topic, which is the element of a short story. So the elements of our short story are the characters, setting, plot, the problem, and the solution. So let's talk about first the characters. So when we say characters, this is the person, sometimes an animal or an object in the story. So this is the person in this story. For example, is this one, the girl or the kids or even the elephant can be a character in a story. So another example is in our story, which is Tony learn politeness. Our first character there is Tony. So next, let's proceed to another elements of a short story, which is the setting. So setting is it tells us the time and the place in which the story happened. So again, the setting tells us the time and the place in which the story happened. So when we say setting, and then example of this is this one. So the setting or the story might happen in the park, in the car, or even in the mountain. So that is the setting. So again, in setting, it also tell us the time. Maybe if this is afternoon, evening, or morning. Next is the plot. So when we say plot, it is what happened in this story. So this is the short summary of the story. For example, here we have here the kids are playing. And I have here another one, the baby is crying. And another plot of the story is the girl is celebrating her birthday. So that is the plot. It is what happened in the story. Next, elements of a story is the problems. So it is the struggle between two or more characters in this story. So again, in this example, we have here the baby is crying. So the problem in here, in this story, is the baby is crying. And in here, in birthday party, we can say that the problem is in here is there is no birthday cake. So that is the problem. So next part of the next element of a short story is the solution. So the solution, it is the way the problem is solved. So just like our example in the problem, I have here crying baby and the birthday party. So in first one, we have here crying baby. So what will be the solution in here? Maybe the solution is the parents give the baby a milk. That's why the baby stopped crying. So that is the solution. And in the next one, in birthday party, maybe the solution is the mother bought the cake for the girl. So that is the solution. So again, the solution is how the problem is solved in the story. That is the element of a short story. Again, we have their character, setting, plot, the problem, and the solution. So next, we are going to talk about the article a and an. So a and an are called articles. So articles are words that we use to show if a noun is a specific or non-specific. Now let's talk about the a. A is used for singular nouns that begins with a consonant. Okay, we talk about the consonant and the vowel, right? So consonant are letter B, C, D, F, G, H, and so on. So here's an example. First, I have here banana. So we say a banana. As you can see, banana start with letter B and B is a consonant. That's why we are going to use a before the banana. So a banana. Another example here is dog. So as you can see, a dog. Dog start with letter D, which is consonant. That's why we are going to use a. Another example is laptop. So we are going to use a laptop because laptops start with letter L, and L is a consonant. So that is the use of article a. Now let's talk about the use of article an. An is used for singular nouns that begin with a vowel. So the vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. So here is an example. First is we have here an apple. So we are going to use the word an because as you see, apple starts with letter A, which is a vowel. Another example is egg. So egg is start with letter E, and E is also a vowel. That's why we are going to use an. So we read this as an egg. And another example is umbrella. So as you can see, umbrella start with letter U. That's why we are going to use again the article an. So that is the use of article a and an. So now, let's try to use a and an in a sentence. So I have here example. First, blank cake is on the table. So we have here blank. What articles are we going to use? It is a or an. So for us to identify it, we have to look at the words or the noun in the sentence. And here we have cake. So the cake start with letter C, and C is a consonant. So when the start or the beginning of the letter is a consonant, we are going to use a. So this is a cake is on the table. So another example, blank orange bird flies away. So as you can see here, we have here orange. And orange start with O. And O is a vowel. So when the letter or when the word start with a vowel, we are going to use an. So an orange bird flies away. So that is how we use the a and an in a sentence. So that is the end of our discussion in English. I hope you learned something for today. Thank you for watching and listening. Till next time.